welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Marima Maria here, and I was asked to do this like personality test. So I did, and then I got the results, and I haven't even read through them yet. I don't even know what it is, but I thought, let me share it with you guys here on YouTube. I think that'd be pretty cool. I want you guys to all go and do the test as well. I'm going to put the link in the description box, so go and do it and then let me know in the comment section what personality type you get. I really want to have a look at all the different personality types, because apparently this tells you your exact personality type, like to the T, and it tells you everything about you, which is pretty cool. And it's called 16 personalities. This is my first time ever doing like a full-on personality test, by the way. I've never done one before. I'm sort of just on the results page, and right now I can see that it says that I've got a protagonist personality, and my exact type is ENFJ/A. Let's read about this. Who is a protagonist? ENFJ. So a protagonist is a person with the extroverted, intuitive, feeling and judging personality traits. Okay. They love helping others. They tend to have strong ideas and values, and they are warm people. Okay. That's nice of them. I mean, I definitely would say I love helping others. That's pretty much what I do. They form around 2% of the population. They are often our politicians, Maria for president, our coaches and our teachers. They reach out and inspire others to achieve and to do good in the world. Oh, I want to read like the more juicy stuff. Like I want to know what like my strengths and like weaknesses are and things like that. But okay, let me see. It says over here that protagonists are firm believers in other people. So they usually look at the best in people, and they always try to push people around them. And I definitely can relate to that. I'm someone who usually sees the potential in other people more than they can even see it in themselves, and as a result I end up pushing people to reach those goals and to reach what it is that I think that they can do, because I know that they can achieve that. But it actually says over here that they can sometimes be too pushy and push people that don't want to be pushed, and as a result that can actually be a negative thing rather than a positive thing, because sometimes you can't motivate and push people if they don't want to go anywhere. Do you sort of get what I mean? So that's definitely something that I've experienced with people around me, with some people around me. The interest protagonists have in others is genuine almost to a fault. When they believe in someone, they can become too involved in the other person's problems and place too much trust in them. Definitely something that I relate to. Seeing other people's problems in themselves and trying to fix something in themselves that isn't even wrong. Wow, this is insane. This personality type wants to lead the way to a brighter future, whether it's by leading a nation to prosperity or leading their little league of softball team to a hard-fought victory. So, I mean, there you go. Let's see now the strengths and the weaknesses. This is going to be interesting. So we've sort of already gone through the strengths. I would say things like natural born leader, and I'm seeing that over here as well, charismatic, reliable, things like that. But I really want to go and see the weaknesses. Okay, so when it comes to the weaknesses, the first one that comes up is overly idealistic. People with the protagonist personality type can be caught off guard as they find that through circumstance or nature or simple misunderstanding, people fight against them and defy the principles that they've adopted. When they say overly idealistic, do they mean that they have a lot of huge dreams and they believe in when they believe in something, it's very fixated? Is that basically what it is? I'm kind of trying to work out what it means. Second thing is they are too selfless. I can definitely relate to this. They can bury themselves in their hopeful promises, feeling others' problems as their own, striving hard to meet their word, for sure. For me, your word is everything. Like if you give your word to someone and if you give a promise to someone, you hit that promise and you basically fulfill what it is that you said that you were going to do. Third thing is that they're too sensitive. Mean that protagonists sometimes feel problems that aren't their own and try to fix things that they can't, worrying if they're doing enough. Okay, so when it comes to being sensitive, I really think it depends in what scenario, what situation, but I would agree that sensitivity to others can sometimes make protagonists feel like other people's problems are their own and trying to fix things that they can't fix, that you're not in a position to fix, basically. I can relate to that for sure, 100%. So I guess in that sort of situation, yes, I would be classified as sensitive, I guess, because I make other people's problems my own. It is something that I'm working on though, because for me, I really want to, sometimes you have got to be a little bit selfish, and sometimes you have got to understand that and sympathize with what other people are going through, but also understand that sometimes you can't fix everything, you can't cure the world. If someone is going through something, it's what's written for them, and sometimes they need advice, and I'll give them that advice, but I need to not get so consumed by it that I start feeling like literally I'm living that sort of problem as well. That's definitely an issue that I've encountered in the past. So it's something that I'm working on. Okay, the next one is a fluctuating self-esteem. This is very interesting. Protagonists define their self-esteem by whether they're able to live up to their ideals, and sometimes ask for criticism more out of insecurity than out of confidence, always wondering what they could do better. This is kind of scary, guys. If they fail to meet a goal or to help someone they said that they would help, their self-confidence will undoubtedly plummet. Wow, okay, so interesting. Usually it will stem from missing a goal, not doing something that I said I was gonna do. It would come from that sort of scenario, which is crazy. The last weakness over here is that protagonists struggle to make tough decisions. Okay. If caught between a rock and a hard place, protagonists can be stricken with paralysis, imagining all the consequences of their actions, especially if those consequences are humanitarian. Okay, for me, I sort of would agree and disagree with this. When it comes to a tough decision, I am someone that can make those decisions pretty quickly. But when it comes to a tough decision, at the same time, the problem with me is I start to over-evaluate all the possible situations on how they can affect other people. So let's say I have a tough decision to make today, for example. I will straight away know in my gut what it is that I want to happen. But what will happen is I won't say that straight away, and I'll have a tough time deciding because I'll be thinking of the other option, and how my option can affect other people and how the other option might actually be better for other people. So essentially that ties back to the too selfless point, because I will stop thinking about myself and I'll start thinking, okay, but if I do this, this person won't be happy, and if I do that, this other person won't be pleased with me, or they won't be happy, or they won't be comfortable with that. And I'll sort of think of it from that sort of point of view. That's why I will struggle sometimes, because it's not because I'm struggling. I know what I want, but it's because I'm struggling because I'm thinking about what everybody else wants, what my team wants, what the people around me want, what my loved ones want, whatever it might be. So maybe that is why that is pretty true, that I struggle to make very tough decisions. It's not because I struggle to make the decision itself. The reason why it does get tough for me is because I over-evaluate the entire situation. I think of all the possible scenarios when they haven't even happened. And I mean, I guess what I've learned from that is sometimes you just need to leave things up to Allah. Sometimes you can't make every single decision, especially when they're really tough. Sometimes you need to just make dua. You need to just go with what your gut is saying is right, and just leave the rest to Allah. And inshallah, if it's the right path for you, and it will be the right path for you, Allah will guide you, and Allah will help you with whatever problem it is, whatever problems come your way from making that decision. But this is a very interesting personality test. It's definitely one that has given me good insight into myself. Let me know what you guys get. I'm really intrigued now to know what every single person that watches this YouTube video and does the test gets. So go do the test, come back to this YouTube video and drop in the comment section what your like code is, and I'm actually gonna have a look at some of your personality types. I think that'll be really interesting. But let me know what you guys thought of this video. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to be back with my next video for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I will see you all very soon. Take care guys, and have an amazing day. Bye.